Hey, folks, I'm breaking in to Dan Abrams' program with pretty big news. If you've been following the saga in New York City, it is culminating with a wallop tonight. The New York City mayor, Eric Adams, being indicted. There is not much I can tell you other than some specifics and some still big questions. For starters, this is a federal investigation, one of about 5, if I am just counting off the top of my head. But this is a federal investigation. But right now the indictment is sealed, so we don't know what the exact charges are going to be. But here are a couple of things I can tell you. There is an FBI investigation that is currently underway right now of the mayor, and this is the culmination of that FBI investigation tonight. You probably heard the astounding news that federal agents stopped him in the street some weeks ago and seized his phones, and then also seized telephone and electronic devices of a number of people in his office, including high-ranking officials in his office. But that's not the only investigation that the New York City mayor is under. He's also dealing with myriad other investigations. Let me just go down the list. Number 2, the U.S. attorney is investigating his deputy mayors, his school chancellor, the special assistant to the mayor, all of these regarding allegations that there might have been some migrant service contracts that were funneled towards perhaps friends or connections. That's a second investigation into the mayor's office. And then there is a third investigation of his administration. The police commissioner also being investigated. You might have heard of allegations about a shakedown that the police commissioner and his twin brother were doing with various nightclubs around the city regarding police protection, etc. Sounds a bit mobster, I know, but that's the headline on that third investigation. And then there is this fourth big investigation that's ongoing about foreign influence, and that's the U.S. attorney in Brooklyn. It's been looking into the mayor's office regarding foreign influence and possibly the recruiting of senior officials in the mayor's office by China. AKA spying. There's been a lot of developments in that case as well. But tonight, big breaking news that is just kind of like, you just have to think about this for a second. This is the 110th mayor of the nation's largest city. And the very first time any of those 110 mayors has been federally indicted. I can't tell you the whereabouts right now of Mayor Adams. I know that there is likely to be an appearance tomorrow morning, but I can tell you this. The mayor is speaking out and loudly. This is the statement that he has released, and I'll quote him directly. "I always knew that if I stood my ground for New Yorkers, that I would be a target, and a target I became. If I am charged, I am innocent, and I will fight this with every ounce of my strength and of my spirit." You might remember that this mayor was elected just about 3 years ago. His campaign pledge was to reduce crime and to bring professionalism and swagger to the largest municipal government in the United States. But he certainly was criticized by many for staffing his top positions in his administration with friends and loyalists. And his inner circle, as I have just laid out, has been just engulfed with so many different investigations. Federal agents not only seized the phones of top city officials, but also a top aide to Mr. Adams, seized the phones of the school chancellor, seized the phones of the police commissioner, and that commissioner and the school chancellor later resigned. So now we can also tell you about that the seizing of Mayor Adams' electronic devices. I thought it was it was actually last November, so it's coming up on a year since the federal officials have actually been in possession of the mayor's phones and electronic devices. So you can imagine the deep dive that the feds have been doing with those electronics devices. We were told as well that at least his aides have claimed that he was working with the authorities and cooperating. But this is just sort of like seismic news tonight. And again, we can't tell you what the charges are because, as the banner says, the indictment is sealed. But this federal corruption investigation has really rattled the investigation or rattled the administration. It has been top news in New York. It makes its way into national news regularly because of all the different developments. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.